Hi everyone, and welcome to this month's New Earth Teachings with Ascended Master Lakeshma. So most of you are probably familiar with her now, unless you're tuning in for the first time. She's Ascended Master from Atlantis, and she comes forth with teachings from Atlantis, because what is occurring now parallels to what occurred in Atlantis, which was the time of the first Great Awakening. And as you know, we are going through the biggest Great Awakening that's ever been occurred in the human timelines. So I'm very excited to bring her through again. We have Isabel. Hi, Isabel. Hello. All right, without further ado, I'll go now into trance and bring forth Lakeshma for you. Hello, mighty one. Hello, all that is watching, listening to this. It is my honor to come through once again through Kimberley. Many exciting changes are occurring on the earth plane, as you well know. Many of you are experiencing the shifts. Many of you are seeing the direct manifestation in your physical reality of these shifts. It is a time of great awakening, of great expansion. And because of that, you will see manifested in your reality many changes. Many of you are feeling the acceleration of the shifts. And how exciting is that? That you are in the middle of this. You have come here to expand. You have come here to embrace this. You chose this. You chose to be here in this time continuum to experience such shifts, because it is with you. When you expand, when you align more to your source self, you resonate and you are representing more of the light. In the illusion of your physical reality, you be more strongly the divine light that is internal. And because of this, you allow the light to activate others around you, to allow them to remember more of who they are. My dear ones, as you know, you are already enlightened. You are already ascended. It is our intentions to come through to allow you to remember more of this for yourself. And this is why we come through. And this is why you are here. Only the most advanced beings are here in this time of great awakening. Many of you are remembering more of who you are. You are remembering more that you are love, that you are source. You are also starting to remember more of your divine nature, your divine abilities, your life purpose. And this is the time. Embrace it. Many of you are unsure, even experience some fear in relations to this, because you don't know what to expect. You fear the unknown. You fear what this means to your identity. You fear what society will perceive you. You are fearful of how your family and your friends will react to you in this new vibrational change. And my dear ones, know that everyone around you in your experiencing is assisting you. They are playing their role. Those directly connected to you, they already know who you really are. You already know this in higher truth, but you have forgotten. So embrace who you are. Embrace the divine, powerful beings that you are. It is not by accident that you are here and that you're exploring this illusionary reality from duality consciousness, only to remember oneness, my dear one. Oneness with your brothers and sisters, oneness with your furry friends, and all the animals, the trees, the waters, Gaia, and also one with the galactic ones, one with the universe, one with Source, for you are Source, my dear one. Embrace the shifts. Yes, your body may have certain reactions to these shifts. It is a letting go of old programming that no longer serves you. So let go. Listen to your body. Your body is divine. It is connected to Gaia. And because Gaia is expanding, you're expanding. Because Source is expanding, because all of the universes are expanding, because you're plugged into all that is, you will expand. Your body will expand. You are moving into oneness consciousness in your conscious awareness. You've already and always have been one. But my dear one, it's only an illusion where you see separation and duality. And because of these shifts, your body will integrate and remember more of the oneness state in your physical form. So because of this, there will be changes that we have previously discussed. So embrace the changes. Some of them may be intense. Some of them may not be as noticeable because you've done the work. It all depends on your individual journey home to remember who you are, my dear one. What would you like to discuss today, my dear one?
So, Lakeshma, I was telling Kimberley that I had a session. So I hypnotize people under hypnosis. And then Cindy hypnotized me. We did an exchange. And I channeled the Crystal Light Collective. And I was telling Kimberley, I'm like, Kimberley, they're like right here. They're right there communicating with me. And so we were really excited because I said, yes, I said I can channel. And I know they're my people. And I feel like they're from Atlantis and they're galactic. And I was explaining that to Kimberley. So I don't know. I just wanted to share it with you because you're from Atlantis too.
And how exciting it is that you are starting to remember more of who you are. It is not by accident that in this time of great awakening, in your time continuum, you are starting to remember who you are and what you term it as your higher selves. All of you have many different higher selves if you would like to see it in a state of duality. And as you raise your frequency, raise your vibration, you activate the remembering of this higher self until you become united in oneness, source consciousness, in your conscious awareness. It is a process and you are now ready. Things have been accelerating, and due to divine time, it was pertinent that you remember who you are, that you are connected to these beings, and that you will bring forth certain messages, certain technologies, certain teachings that will assist in this great awakening, just like Kimberley. It is not by accident, as you know. So embrace this, my dear one. Because you are now used to these teachings, you are now used to strange in your perception, strange abilities. Because you are now comfortable with the metaphysical, because you are now comfortable with these ideas, abilities, and teachings that may seem a bit far-fetched to most, because you are now able to accept beyond the world, you are now able to to perceive beyond the veil. You are now ready to know more of your true nature. You are now ready to bring forth these teachings, these abilities to assist another. You already know you had this calling. It is just one more step in your journey.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's really exciting because, I'm very sciencey and I like all that magic stuff. So then Lakeshma, about, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, we haven't talked for a while, but let me catch you up what's going on. So I'm looking at the moon, Lakeshma, and I'm dropping off my daughter at cheerleading practice. And I look at the moon and I'm like, oh, the moon is it's a full moon. And I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. And then I'm like, oh, I can see a face. And then the face started to animate. And I said, oh my God, am I seeing a face in the moon? And it went right back to normal. And then I went, wait a second. That is normal. There's Gaia. There's a female on the moon. That is an entity. And then her face returned and she's talking to me, Lakeshma, like singing to me. But I couldn't hear her in my third eye. I could just see her. And I was so excited that I saw her and like she didn't disappear. So then the next night I looked out and the moon was visible and she was there still talking to me. I couldn't hear her, but I was just like, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time that I will be able to communicate with her. So I just had to share that with you because I was so excited.
You can see how things are shifting for you, how the unusual is now the norm. And This is why you are now tapping into these beings. These beings are you. We are all you. It is just one more step in your journey to discover who you are as source manifested. Embrace this. This is a message for you. It's a symbolism for you. It may not appear for everybody, but this is for you to realize that there's much going on here beyond the veil. You are getting more used to this. You are receiving many communications in relations to this. And we are very excited that you are embracing more of who you are and that you are working through your fears and your conditionings that has allowed you to, we would say, stay back in the illusion and not embrace what is beyond the veil. My dear one, embrace this time. It is the time of great awakening.
Yeah, I was so thrilled because you can't fake your beliefs. You can't fake it. Even if you wanted to believe it, if you don't believe it, I don't know. It's a vibration thing. That's all I know. And then I'm getting a strong calling to go to England to meet the fairies and create a human council and then in my sessions my clients are also, I'm meeting like the fairies and stuff like that. And so Lakeshma, thank you so much for helping me because it is so Astra channels Laurel. And I really liked Laurel's analogy. She said, I'm in a dark room and my belief is only highlighting a doll. And as my beliefs expand and as I shed my fears, I see that there's toys and trucks and more dolls because it's highlighting more of the room and I can see more. And so it really is expanding. It really is opening. And, but you're right. You have to do like that inner work, the letting go of the fear and the duality and it's a process. You're right, Lakeshma. It real and for me, just personally, just for anyone who's watching this, my fear is expressed in my body. Like I have this very intense chest tightening in my chest and my back. Like I couldn't even bend down, but I knew it was a deep fear. It was very deep. And I had to go to my inner child and really talk to little Isabel, and you just have to work through it. And sometimes it takes multiple workings to uncover those limiting beliefs and those fears and, you know, all of it. And then not resist the fear in your body, which is counterintuitive because, you know, we are definitely programmed like, oh, something's wrong, go to the doctor, take a pill, you know, but to allow it to be there and slowly dissipate, you know. I would have to say a lot of it is very counterintuitive, but it makes sense in a weird way. Anyways, so
21, you are going through many shifts because you are now shifting more into a oneness state. It asks you to let go of these personas, these attachments that you have focused on, that is part of your identity, that is stopping you from moving forward. There will be some resistance here in moving forward. Part of you is fearful of letting go the Isabel that you know, because you are ready for so much more, my dear one. You've been ready for a while, but there is still stagnant programming there that needs your attention, that needs to be transmuted into love. Human attachments, attachments of who you think you are, attachments to your life up to this point in this time continuum. Are you ready to completely change? Are you ready to transform into what you are destined to be, what you chose pre-birth? Are you ready? Have you really asked yourself this? Have you gone within the heart center? Are you prepared to let go?
I think partially, and that's really true, you know, and I'm accepting where I am is where I am, right? And I think, you know, my whole non-physical team are just very loving and very patient. And there are some people that can like jump into the pool, like the cold water, right? And there's sometimes I can do that. And there's sometimes I'm like, no. I'm just going to slowly go in and adjust and slowly go further in and adjust. And it's where you are. It's where you are, right? You can, there are moments, Lakeshma, where I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. No. So I think it's this, I think this is back and forth, but you know what Isis said to me? She said, Isabel, you've done so many small changes. You're beyond the tipping point. That means all my little changes have added up, that now it's going to move faster, but it won't be as scary for me because I've made so many incremental little changes that I'm beyond the tipping point. Like now I'm going to go. And she's like, you'll be ready for it. You'll just be ready for it. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress over it. You'll be ready for it. And you're not alone. And I always say to her, I said, you know, like sometimes when you go through this fear or this inner soul work, it's intense, Lakeshma. It's weird, but it's intense. It is scary. It's freaky scary. Even though I can connect with you, I can connect with my friends on the non-physical side. So I always say it's an open book test. You know, like I have guidance like right there if I ever need it, but you still have to do the work. Like you can't do my word problem for me. I have to do my own work.
And this is your journey. And everyone's journey is different. And this is why we say do not compare your journey with others, because you've chosen this journey for a reason. For you to reach so much expansion in your conscious awareness, one must explore the heart center, the conditionings that has kept you, we would say, limited from the true potentiality of who you truly are as source consciousness, source realized. In your conscious awareness, you are source, you are powerful, but you chose this game for a reason. This is why it is just one step at a time. We would say embrace each step. Each step, the pace on which you journey through is perfect according to your soul contracts, according to divine time. It is a process, a human process that is continuing, is to let go. In the human collective, the act of letting go is one of the challenges the collective is facing, because you have been conditioned to stay in a state of duality, conditioned to look into the future, to control your life. You have been conditioned to feel that you are not powerful, that you are not source. It is about trusting the journey. Your journey is perfect. The guides are helping you for a reason. Continue to go inwards. Continue to open your heart space. Yes, there is resistance because part of you knows on some level that much changes will occur because of this change. And you are resistant to this. You are still holding on to the old Isabel. Because what will it mean if you completely let go of her? What will this mean in your reality? How would you identify as yourself? There are many questions here. There is a fear of the unknown. Yes, you have been shown and been seeing glimpses of some potentialities, but they are just that. They are clues. They're little messages to assist you for your next step. Detach from all things, from all experiences. Constantly be in the present moment. Part of the human conditioning is to live in other dimensional experiences where your true power does not lie. Being in the present moment is the portal to your source self. It is the portal to your higher selves. It is the portal to the remembrance and the activation of who you truly are. All that we speak of is something you already know, because you are source. We are one. And it is a journey to remember this for yourself. It is just one step. Remember that you are highly advanced. You wouldn't be here otherwise. This is a time of great awakening. And what is occurring now is occurred through the Atlantean timelines. Once we were shown who we really are, step by step, there was much fear. You were going through fear. You were going through fear in a perceived individual way. But there is always also collective fear that's being experienced as you were tapped into the collective consciousness. Because we were shown overtly who we really are, we were shown overtly that we were not alone, that we were one. This has assisted us in our remembrance of oneness. Mm-hmm. The teachings were passed down overtly to us because it was divine time in the human collective that we were to be on the journey for the next part of our remembrance of who we really are. This is already occurring within your collective. The remembrance or the timelines when you've been highly awakened in your terminology, when you have remembered more of your source state, all those timelines are aligning up to the present now. It is about the internal journey inwards to remember who you are. There will be times in your experiencing in physical reality when you will see overtly similar situations that we did in the Atlantean timelines. We have discussed this previously. You will be meeting the galactic ones in your physical experience. Many of you already have. Many of you already have connections to them. This will be a catalyst for many. But this will allow you to embrace the oneness perspective. You have been prepared for this interaction. It is just one step. It is about working on your own limiting beliefs and your fears that will allow you to be ready for this meeting. They're already here. They're already assisting you. It's time to meet and to experience who you truly are, that you are not alone, that you are truly one. Now in the collective, you do not see yourself as a one race, not even a one country. You see division everywhere. You see division within your own families, within your own country, within the world. Division between the species. Mighty One, it is just one step. It is about the remembrance journey, uniting oneness within yourself, is affecting the collective consciousness. And because of that, as a collective, you have now passed the point where you are now in a love, predominantly love-based vibration in the illusion. And because of this, the oneness shifts are occurring. And you are now ready for the next stage of human evolution. It is just one step. And you will be amongst many others that are watching this, the light workers of the world, the light bearers of the world. You will be the one to assist in this next shift of human evolution. One must transcend their own fears into love for you to be assistance to others if you are guided to do so. This is why we have been preparing you. This is why your shifts have been accelerated. All of you are feeling this. All of you watching this know of these words. There may be subtle shifts, but you all are experiences in some point. It could be felt within the body. It could be felt in other ways, my dear one. Release what is no longer needed. Let go. Connect to the heartbeat that connects all that is. It is through the heart center. This is where your connection lies to oneness, to your brothers and sisters of this world and of other worlds. It is the connection. It is oneness. First, practice oneness within your own family, within the ones that are closest to you. And then you can expand out to oneness within your suburb, within your location, within your country, within the world, within the other species on Gaia, with Gaia. And then when you're ready, it'll be for the next stage. Oneness with what is not known in your conscious awareness, where there is doubt. This will shift in your conscious awareness when the collective is ready for it. And it's fast approaching this time in your conscious awareness, my dear ones, because it's all according to divine timing. You, as a collective consciousness, is more in a love vibrational state. You have entered into this paradigm shift where you have more merged with oneness in your conscious awareness. And because of this, because of your frequency as a collective, you are now ready. And catalyst events will occur. You call these many things within your individual experience. When you feel fear, you experience this when you watch the news. You see what is happening around the world and this affects you. This is all preparing you for the next stage of the human evolution, to allow you to be in alignment with oneness in your conscious awareness. Can't you see the micro and the macro? How everything is preparing you? How you are now journeying more to remember the oneness state. And because you are remembering more the oneness state, all the abilities that you chose to explore in alignment with your life missions here is being activated into your conscious awareness. So for you, my dear one, your access to the non-physical is being more accelerated because you are now ready for the next stage. You've always had these abilities, but you had to wait to a certain frequency point that allowed it to be activated in your divine blueprint. And this is a process with everyone. It's about raising your vibration, seeing more of the oneness state which you truly are, seeing the love that you truly are, the perfection that you truly are. And then you will unlock more of the remembering of who you are.
Thank you, Lakeshma. It is true. And I'm glad that you discussed this with us so that we can become aware of the process, of what's going on and the shifts and the oneness and understanding. I think for me to release control really helped me understand that my inner being or my higher selves, they know everything about me, all the nuances. And so whatever is in my reality is given to me. And it's my free will to either accept it or not, out of love or out of fear.
You always have the choice.
I really started to trust not only, my guides, but I started to trust me, my inner being, because my inner being is so powerful, has so much access to so much information of all my lives and all my inceptions. And like that's what helped me. That was my trigger, or my perspective, that it kind of helped me accept more of what is.
You're always being guided. Always. You know this overtly in your conscious awareness, but many of you do not know this overtly. And you doubt that they are assisting you. You doubt that you are actually, in fact, alone, that you are separate. But know that we are all part of you. We come through in this separate, unique frequency of source because you're still transitioning from duality consciousness into oneness because of this paradigm shift that you have entered. And this is why it's a transition, and a transition for the non-physical in the way it comes through. For you to remember oneness, but to also remember that there'll be a point of time in your human experiencing when it is no longer needed that we come through in these individual frequencies of source. But because you still are attached to this duality consciousness, we come through in this separate beings that you call, because this allows you to absorb the message. This allows you to understand and to integrate what we are speaking of, because you still see separateness, mighty one. But we are you. For the human collective, we would say it's a bit challenging for you to see that we are you. You are the angels, the ascended masters. You are source. Whatever terminology you like to place on us. You've been conditioned in your society that we are separate. You have been conditioned in your religious that non-physical beings are to be looked up to be prayed. But my dear ones, we are you. We would say a higher frequency, realized higher frequency than what you are experiencing now in this illusion. We are you. We are one. So with these words, allow this to activate more of the remembering that you are one, that you are not separate. Once you can integrate this into your conscious awareness, in your conditionings, that we are you, that we are one, it will ease the resistance for you to connect to us, to connect to your inner higher self. Once you can recognize that we are one, it allows you to activate more of who you are, but it's just one step at a time. And it is then in this connection with who you really are where you tap into the eternal wisdom which you already are, the source love that you are. All these words that we speak, you already know this, but you've just forgotten it. As you practice oneness, as you recognize that we are you, and you are just as powerful as us, you've just forgotten your power. This reminds you of how powerful you are. Mighty One, it is a journey. It is a journey of the human collective. And it is the intentions as the collective to expand in this way, to expand through mirrors, to expand through oneness, to expand through the illusion of fear, to remember that you are whole and complete, that you are one. You have many individual intentions, pre-birth intentions, soul contracts, as you call them. But they are all tapped into the collective human consciousness expansion. It's all tapped into the contracts of the human collective. Mighty One, you are not alone on this journey. There are many assisting you, both here and above the earth plane, in your perception of duality. For all that exists and all that is all within you. But we know that you cannot conceptually comprehend this at this stage. You may find it challenging to comprehend this, that we are you. You ask yourself, how can I be source? How can I be God? How can I be the angels? When I feel so powerless, when I don't have the wisdom that they speak of, because you've only forgotten. And the way to remember this for yourself is to take the inward journey, to be brave in this, to let go. It is to unlearn the human conditioning. But you are so advanced, you are able to do this journey. You wouldn't be here otherwise. You are here watching or listening to this because it resonates with you, because the remembering journey has already been activated within you. This validates to you that you have the abilities to remember more of who you are. It is within you. It is just one step at a time. No, you chose to explore certain things in this reality to assist you in your expansion, in your connection to oneness in your own unique way. And as you expand, you'll create a ripple effect that expands all your brothers and sisters. It expands Gaia. It expands all the other worlds and the universe and all beings that exist and all that is. You expand source because you are connected. You cannot expand without expanding others. Mighty One, it is all internal, for you are source, and your heart center is the gateway for this activation, for this expansion to occur. It is to take your focus inwards, my dear one. All external experiences are a reflection of what is going on within your frequency, whether that is contracts, whether it is your human programming that's based in limitations and fear, but you chose this. It is a game for you. You are so highly advanced, you wanted this. And you are capable because you are worthy, because you are powerful, because you are source. Mighty One, if only you knew how many beings are here assisting you. Because what happens here when Gaia expands all that is, expand the other worlds, expands all the universes, expands source. You are all connected, and you have the ability to connect to the heartbeat of all that is, the heartbeat of all creation, the heartbeat of source. It is within you. All the rememberings of who you are is within you. All the connections to your higher self, all the wisdom all that you seek is all within you. It is a remembering journey. You're already highly advanced. You will not be here otherwise. Love your journey. Let go of the resistance to your journey. It is perfect. All that occurring is perfection that you see in your reality, that you see in the reality of Gaia, that you see within your society. It is all perfect. You may not know what is occurring. You may not know why certain events are causing fear in the collective. It is a catalyst event. There are many contracts interplaying here. And it's all assisting in the expansion of all that is. Let go. Let go of who you think you are. Who you think you are is limiting you to activate who you are as source realized. Do you want to remember that you are God? Or do you want to stay comfortable in this, from our perspective, a limited existence. But your existence is perfect, mighty one. You are capable of so much more. You are capable of realizing your true powers. You are capable of remembering all your abilities that exist from all your multidimensional lives. If you've chosen to explore this in this lifetime continuum, then they will be remembered. And you are worthy of this because you are God. You need to know that you are worthy. If you do not see yourself as worthy, you are not aligned to who you are as God. You are powerful. The power is within you. Your journey is perfect. Each step of your journey as a perceived individual and as a collective is perfect. Let go of the judgment on your journey. Let go of the judgment of others. Most of you judge your journey. You wish to be more further along than you are. You wish to have your abilities remembered in your conscious awareness. You wish to be more advanced than you are, but you are highly advanced. It is about divine time. It is about increasing your self-worth, knowing that you are love, knowing that you are source, knowing that you are one. It is about letting go of this illusion that you are separate. Know that any triggering moments, any catalysts, any fear, limiting beliefs that is triggered in the illusion of the now is a reflection. It is a mirror. This is how the collective chose to explore. They chose to explore through these mirrors, through another, through perceived external situations. They are showing you the conditionings that's preventing you from remembering that you are God realized. So use this game. Now that you're aware of the game, embrace the game, embrace who you are, embrace the powerful being that you are. And we know, mighty one, you are embracing more of the game.
Yes, thank you,
Level.
Lakeshma. Thank you.
Each level of this game expands upon itself as a perceived individual, as a collective. You are now ready for the next stage. You have now gone to a certain vibrational point when you cannot go backwards. Once you reach a new level in the game, you cannot go backwards because you have become a completely different version of yourself. You have become in alignment and integrated in the illusion of duality. You have aligned to your next higher self of the higher frequency that's more closer to God realization in the perspective of duality. And because of this, you can never go backwards. It is only when you dwell on the past and dwell on older versions of you that you may temporarily align to this vibration. But this vibration is permanent. You cannot go backwards in a permanent sense. But we will honor your dream. We will honor your illusion. Do you choose to expand through love? Or do you choose to dwell on fear? Do you choose to explore your life as a human, as a victim? Or do you choose to live your life as a human, as God creator? To remember God realization. It is up to you. It is a game. You have the choice. Know that we will honor your belief systems. This is why many of you experience fear. Until you can recognize, until it can be catalyst enough for you to go inwards, to remember that all is perfect, that all is one, mighty one, all is source. Fear is the illusion that you are not God realized. Once you can recognize that you are one, there will be no need for fear. Can't you see? It is part of the duality consciousness. Duality consciousness that is still within you, that is still within the collective. However, you've gone through this paradigm shift into oneness consciousness. And because of this, you are remembering more of who you are. You are activating more of who you are into the conscious now, the present time now. This is why now is the most important time there is, in the present moment. Focus on the present moment, and you'll be able to feel, embrace who you truly are, that is more aligned to God realization. You're ready if you choose it. If you're ready for the great unknown, if you're ready to let go of what kept you in a false sense of security, are you ready to allow the universe to show you who you truly are, that what you are capable of? Are you ready to explore what you came here to explore in your Pacific Life missions here? I ask you this question for all that is watching or listening to this. The choice is yours, but now you're in a pivotal point of your expansion where you are to make the choice. But make the choice. Make the conscious choice and take responsibility for that choice, which means take responsibility in working through your fears, limiting beliefs, transcending them from duality to oneness, from fear to love. Mighty One, as long as there is duality consciousness, there will always be fear. But the collective is moving into oneness consciousness, and there'll be a point of time where there'll be no fear experience in the human collective. This is a transition. This is a paradigm shift. Mighty One, as above, so below. If you want to assist the collective, you work on your own limiting beliefs and fears. The work that you do affects the collective consciousness, Mighty One. The collective consciousness influences you because you're plugged into the collective. But you have a choice to let that disempower you or empower you. It is when you're in the present moment, living from the heart center, not from the ego mind, that you can detach from that limited frequencies in the collective consciousness, in your perspective of duality. For in oneness, all is perfect. Can't you see? You always have the choice. You always have the choice to be empowered, but you must take responsibility of your own frequency if you have made the choice to remember. But it's just one step. Do not judge your process. Do not judge that you should be further along than you are. It is a process, and everyone has some form of fear that still needs to be transmuted into love and oneness. To honor this, honor your journey, know that it is perfect. No, it is happening in accordance to the contracts that are interplaying here, Mighty One.
Thank you, Lakeshma.
Is there anything else you'd like to discuss before we finish here today?
No, Lakeshma, it was always nice catching up with you.
Mighty One, we are eternally together, for we are you. We are one. And we are very excited and pleased that you have reached a new level of human experiencing, that you have done much inward work to allow you to unlock the remembering more of who you are. And because of this, in your conscious awareness, in your experiencing, you will start to unlock more abilities that allow you to further explore your Pacific missions here and why you were here. It is not by accident that you are here, as you know. Know that we are one. Remember to embrace all changes. Embrace who you are, one step at a time. Let go of the fear. Let go of the persona. Let go of the attachments that you are clinging onto. Because all that is occurring, that will occur, is perfect. And it is according to what you chose to explore here. Mighty One. It is with our love that we come through, for we are one. Mighty One. Until next time. Farewell.